Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The sun is set in Chicago. The temps have dipped and will continue to do so. Jacket and blanket weather. It's that time of year at Soldier Field. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And the Chicago Bears. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown, an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week: 17 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Third down and 9.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. Louis.
Just beating the play clock is gone. And that will be incomplete.
Cross pass.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, Julian Edelman. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They are led out by their 27-year-old quarterback, a 2-time Pro Bowler. It's Dak Prescott.
When he came out of college, I thought his best attribute was being able to break the pocket and make plays in the open field. But watching him develop over the years, you see a guy who can stand in the pocket and deliver excellent throws into tight windows.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game.
38-yard line.
The numbers for Mixon last week: 16 carries, 70 yards.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, "Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball."
4-yard pickup.
2nd and 2 is a bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll go down at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon.
Joe Mixon on the
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
26.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down at the 4.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Again, the ball carrier.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Makes the score Vikings 3, Bears nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Go off on 1st down. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Jared Goff sacked.
What did we see there, partner? Was that a zone blitz?
I think you're right about that one, and very simply, that just means people blitzing that you don't expect and defensive linemen dropping back into coverage. It throws off the blocking assignments.
Third and long. It's gone. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now fourth down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
First and 10.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to... And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the...
And he's going to go down again. Roquan Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Throwing, Prescott under pressure again, and down he goes again. Thomas Davis. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Now, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. From the gun, here's Goff. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Leonard Fournette, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
On second down, Prescott again. That is incomplete.
Prescott's pass incomplete on the throwaway. It's Durr.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Vita Vea in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bears take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
4 at the 45-yard line.
Now Coleman. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. With a catch. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Vikings 3.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff escaping the pressure right. That's out to his running back, Fournette. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space. It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. This one out quickly to Amendola. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Complete to Danny Amendola.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 21-yard line.
Out of the gun, Goff. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
That's good.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Fournette, the ball carrier.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Ric Flair.
Here's Goff. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Butker's kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Prescott looks to throw on first. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside with one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Emmanuel Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
37-yard line.
Gallman will run it. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Wayne Gallman, the ball carrier.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
He was taken down at the 50.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
brings up 2nd and 5.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now Goff on 1st down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Quick throw out to Gordon on the perimeter. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
And 8 at the Vikings' 10-yard line.
Throwing again is gone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Antonio Brown.
The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
To go.
To the air again, Goff. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Antonio Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have broken the tie. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Vikings 10. Harrison.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. On 2nd down, Mixon, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
37 yards.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Offense.
So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. Oh, going for Sanders downfield. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
This is Gallman. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Goff now looking to throw. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Now Gold for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. Returning it, John Ross. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And Fournette with a 1st down carry as he works his way forward for a nice pickup of about 6.
Tackled at the 32.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brought down at the 35.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up 1st downs.
There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
A 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will make it into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Now a pass here caught by Edelman. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert him to being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. And again, it's Prescott. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Mixon with a first down carry. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Thrown to the sideline.
And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Gallman. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
Wayne Gallman. That's good.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
45-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Gone. Amendola catching it left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
First and
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, lift!
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Again, it's Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple.
2nd and 8 at the Vikings 21-yard line.
Quick toss by Goff is complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. A shotgun give to Fournette, and he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. They run it again with Anderson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
That's good.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try to pound it in with Goldman. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Wayne Goldman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Prescott from the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Intended for Tyrell Williams. Incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Brent Kern now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. $51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school that one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
1st and 10.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, it's a give to Anderson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
It's a pickup of
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Goldman again. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Wayne Goldman, his 2nd touchdown of the night as the Bears push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Butker on for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
35-yard line. A pickup of 2 yards.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Prescott sacks.
Oh, my man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Ross on the return. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll begin with a run by Gallman. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. There he goes, right side. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Under 10, under 10, 10. Ric Flair. Hey, kill. Crouch, shell.
Gallman will run it. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
His throw incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will get the lead up to 14.
Makes the score Bears 34.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away into 4.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Prescott's pass.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Pass complete here to Sanders. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Well, a completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well. The energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage. They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Makes the score Bears 34.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, well, man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
A gain of 2.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, Anderson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
We're good. We're good. 55. Hey, eat. Here we go.
Throwing on third. Goff. And Amendola with a catch. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Out of the gun. Goff. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier. He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
17.
This is Gallman. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Now Gallman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's good for a Chicago Bear.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Tackle made at the
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down now, it's Anderson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his back.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Rodney Anderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. Remember, they have won 3 straight. Beginning to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Prescott on 1st down. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Sideline here is complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Javon Kinlaw. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He's going to let it fly.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense.
Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
57, Mike 57. Watch the slap, watch the slap. Check 31, check 31.
Prescott. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To try again after the sack. Prescott. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Now Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Tonight's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.